Hello everybody, Geeketiquette here with an update vlog for you, just to catch up, see how you're doing and let you know what I've been up to and what I will be up to in the next coming months and year and what have you, because it's nearly the end of the year. My goodness, what a year it has been. Not necessarily in a good way. I have this ongoing joke with my mum about how we're saying 2016 is going to be amazing, and then it's like, oh, that happened, oh, that person died, oh no. So it's not been quite it's had its ups and downs. There have been amazing things about it. There have been some really crappy things about it, especially recent. Well, I'm not going to go into that. I am not going into that. I don't want that in the comments either, because I want this channel and these videos to be a place where you can escape from all that stuff. So yeah, but obviously it's a thing, it's happened, we're all aware of everything that's been going on in this year, good and bad, so I'm not going to harp on about it. But yeah, so the ongoing joke is we've been going 2016, it's going to be our year, we're going to be successful in our businesses and and get lots of money and all that stuff and buy these things that we need, and then it didn't happen. But there's always next year, 2017, woo. So anyway, yeah, that's completely different and not really what I wanted to talk about. So, just to let you know that I will be going home back to the UK a week Monday. So it's gone really quick. I've been here since the beginning of September when we went to DragonCon, and where the amazing thing happened and I got engaged. Totally nerdy, brilliant, and we've sent off for my paperwork so that I can come back and be a resident of the US, I guess, and that is an expensive process. It's a process that takes a while, so if you have experienced any of this yourself or know any friends that have anything like that at all, and you want to share that with me, then feel free in the comment section. I would love to read and hear about that, and maybe we could trade stories and advice and that kind of thing. But yeah, so that is an expensive process. Apologise if I'm sort of playing with the cord, and yeah, so that I've got to work towards. Obviously, that takes sort of precedent over anything else. It's personal and real life stuff, and expensive. So it's going to take me a little while to adjust when I get back. I reckon it's going to take a good week for me to not only adjust, get over the jet lag and the time zone and all that stuff, but also the shift in lifestyle change. Our lifestyles are different on our own. He has a huge social life, which is fantastic. It's done me a world of good. And it's not a bad change. Since I've been here, it's been pretty much full on every week. We're usually doing something with friends, and it's been amazing company. I wouldn't change that at all, and I don't want to. And it's something, as I say, that's helped me a lot with my anxiety. It's not been easy, I'm not going to lie, it hasn't been easy, but I've just kind of gone in there, and I've got his support, and he's my wingman in that sense. And so going back home to the virtual opposite, that's going to be different. So I'm probably going to need you more than ever during that time while I'm back. And I try and be there for you as much as I can, with like these vlogs and live streams and just general videos. As I say, I want this to be a place where you can find some escapism and that kind of like, not like-mindedness, but that kind of feeling that this is something that you would do with your friends, and to get on that kind of level with you. I try and explain that as best as possible, that that experience, that authenticity, as best as I can. I like to think of this as like a hub for you to join me and share these experiences, and we can just chat and just be as close to friends as possible, like online friends. And I hope that I convey that as best as possible, because it's not easy to try and get that feeling over to you, and to get it across as genuine. It's not easy. So yeah, I want to do a lot of things. I want to also improve on certain aspects of the channel. I still want to keep the interaction as best as possible and get you involved as much as possible. So like viewers' choice, for example, I still want to keep that going. Excuse me. And with the end screen now, the new end screens that you can use, which I absolutely love. I love those things, but I think that would make it a lot easier than just having the cards, because you might not be aware of how the cards work on mobile and all that kind of stuff. And so these end screen cards that you use, they usually pop up in the last 20 seconds, which is ideal, and you can fit videos, and you can select it on mobile just like how you would do with the annotations when I first introduced it. So that will be back. In terms of the actual content, it's still going to be pretty much the same kind of content that I've been doing. There's a lot of PlayStation 1 and 2 games that I want to play, because I enjoy them, I love them. To give you examples, we've obviously got the Tomb Raider games, which I have all of those in some way, shape or form. Now the walkthrough for the first one is pretty much over. I've recorded the last episode, I just need to edit and put it together and upload it. However, what I'm going to do is, because I know that a lot of people love the Tomb Raider game as much as I do, if not more, I will also record the Unfinished Business expansion. So it's 4 bonus levels, I believe. So I'm going to do those as well. And I want to, I want to also play like Medieval, Crash Bandicoot, Oddworld, and loads of Dino Crisis 2. I don't have one yet, but I would try and get a hold of a copy. Resident Evil, all that good stuff. I also want to play the Remastered, Zero. I want to play games on PlayStation 2, Maximo, Champions of Norath, Baldur's Gate, I can't think, Ratchet and Clank, Soul Reaver, Shadow Man, Tenchu, all that good stuff. I can't wait, and it's like I want to play them all at once, but I can't. I also want to try and make the experience for you watching, because you're, at the end of the day, this is for my enjoyment. Essentially, and I'm sharing that enjoyment on this platform because I can. Now, that doesn't mean that I shouldn't consider the viewer itself, so I still want to make it as an authentic experience as possible. We don't have flashy editing or transitions and stuff like that. I try and keep that as raw, the footage as raw as possible. I will add a little thing like lower thirds, so you'll have things coming up at the bottom to tell you what the game is and that, to give it that more professional feel. But as I say, that is as far as I will probably go production wise. I don't want to take away from that kind of raw experience. It's the only like 2 words I can think of to describe it, is experience and authenticity. But that's what it is, and that's what I want to try and deliver to you as best as possible. And so that's another reason why I want to shift the focus of the channel more towards streaming than uploads, just because that way I think is the most effective and closest to that feeling of playing games and hanging out with friends, and obviously it's live, so you're there with me, rather than me recording something and talking to you, which it still gives you that kind of sense of being there watching me play, but at the same time it's almost like I'm talking at you. It's almost like a pen pal relationship, like I would upload something for you to watch, and then you would respond later on after it's already happened, whereas live streaming is obviously live, you're right there with me and sharing the experiences, like with The Walking Dead, for example. And I've broken up those videos into episodes, to make it that much easier to digest. But having said that, that was live streamed, and if there were some people that were right there with me, and unfortunately, if you didn't make it and didn't see it, didn't catch it, then it isn't quite the full experience. So that's also another reason why I'll still upload videos, in case you do miss the live streams and you can't be a part of that at the time. And I will be mostly live streaming to YouTube Gaming, but I'll also be streaming onto Twitch, because I won't ever abandon Twitch. Twitch will always be there for me, and so I will stream there at least once a week. And there is so much. I've got to try and figure out a balance, but there is so much that I want to do, and so many games that I want to play and share with you. And I think it's amazing that there is such a massive gaming community on YouTube, and I don't see myself as unique, but I would like to hope that I can at least try and deliver and convey a unique experience in comparison, because I think that a lot of new channels, and this isn't necessarily like their fault or anything, but I think with the way YouTube goes now, there's a lot of channels that have like a kind of template, and they have to include this, they have to have like these elements in the videos and this kind of production quality and what have you, which is fine. That they can do their thing and it works for them, fantastic. If that's what you want, then that's what you get. But I want to go back to basics, and I've said this before, because I think that's kind of like the important elements to gaming and to a gaming community. But that's just my personal opinion, and I enjoy every aspect of making videos and sharing content and being a content creator, whether that's streaming or uploading. So yeah, sorry, I went off on a bit of a tangent there. Charity live streams, I still want to do those as often as possible. I think the next one will be next month, and it will be for the American Diabetes Association and Diabetes UK. I do know a fair few diabetics, and my dad is also diabetic, so I think it was Diabetes Awareness Week or Day or something last week, and it made me think, oh, actually I know a few diabetics. This would be a good charity to try and raise awareness and money for. So I'm going to go for that. And then after that, I think I'm going for special effects and able gamers, and then I might do Extra Life as well. But so there's plenty of time for that. I hope. But yeah, I think that is pretty much everything. I'm going to continue working hard, trying to balance everything as best as possible, as well as trying to earn money, and and try and keep up to date with you, try and keep this whole thing you know, community focused, and you know, about the games, and a place where you can just relax and chill, and you know, just have that kind of that sense that someone's there and someone gets you, and you know, someone who doesn't think you're weird if you sit at home playing games all night, and you know, that kind of thing. This is the place to be. I certainly hope so. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hearing me waffle on. If you've got any questions, any comments, anything you'd like to add, then please let me know in the comments below. Or you can hit me up on Twitter. I'm usually always there. There's links in the description as always, and also if you're new, what the channel's about, if you haven't got the idea already, just give you a brief description, a little bit about me, and you know, the content and that kind of thing. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you awesome chums in the next video. Bye!